Hey, it's Miss Kelly Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about how you can get into the midterm rental business on a small budget. Okay, so there are a few things I want to go over and just bring to your attention that even if you do have a smaller budget, you can still get in this business. So first, let's talk about getting a property. Now, I'm sure many of you already know the cheapest or one of the cheapest price points to get into a midterm rental would be just doing rental arbitrage instead of buying a property, right? So with the rental arbitrage, all you have to do is have your first month's rent and your down payment, and you're good to go. Now, two other things that you can do would be one, find a homeowner who's interested in midterm rentals or basically renting out their property and see if they want to partner with you. You guys can split the cost 50-50 and just become partners in that midterm rental. So that's another way you can get into it at a relatively cheaper price. Another way you can do it is be a midterm rental manager. So there are people out there who already have midterm rentals and they want someone to manage it for them. Maybe they're out of town or maybe they're just too busy or whatever the case may be. There are some people who would love to have a midterm rental manager. So that is another way you can get into this business and still make some money and not have to pay or come out of your pocket with anything as far as when you're doing a management scenario, right? So now that we've talked about ways you can get a property at a lower cost, now let's talk about the types of property you should look at. Now, if you have a smaller budget, go for a smaller property, right? You do not have to have a big property to do midterm rentals. Start with a studio, a one bedroom. Those are smaller properties where you don't have to pay as much or it doesn't cost as much to furnish those properties, right? All you need to do is maybe get a living room set with get the basics, a bedroom, and maybe a table. And if it's an apartment or a house that has like high countertops in the kitchen, then you don't even need to get a table. You could just get some bar stools, right? So just keep it basic. Of course, people who are staying in these properties do need the basic items like kitchen items and the linens that you have to provide. But again, you don't have to go crazy with those things either, right? Just the basics. So let's move on into furnishing and how you can get your furniture and your household items at a cheaper cost. So I've said in a previous video, you can go to a resale place, a resale furniture shop, and buy your furniture from there. Though that is a cheaper way to get furniture. Also, you can go on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, OfferUp. All these people out here who want to get rid of stuff, they're selling it at a deep discount or for free. They're giving it away for free. So look into those things. Now, it will take more leg work to get into or get those pieces, those that furniture or whatever it is you're trying to buy from other people because you usually have to go pick those things up. I don't like dealing with that, but again, if you don't have the money, you have to do what you have to do to get your property up and running because your property is ultimately going to make you some money. Now, that's furniture as far as that is concerned and how you can get it at a cheaper price. Let's talk about household items. You can go to places like Dollar Tree. They have like a lot of kitchen utensils at Dollar Tree. They have um, dish rags and drying towels and pot holders. They have all little things that you can just pick up for $1 at the Dollar Tree. You could also go to places like Walmart or Dollar General. They have household goods. So just kind of look at those types of places when it comes to the basics. Now, when it comes to like maybe your kitchen appliances, for like example, toasters or coffee makers, those things don't usually cost that much. So again, you can get those items from like a Walmart. Usually that is going to be the cheaper place to go to get items. Now, if you watched one of my previous videos, you heard me interview Emily, who got a property in Rochester, New York, and she said that she was able to furnish and get all of her household items for, I think she said $1,000. It was $500 for the household items and $500 for her furniture. She got a one-bedroom apartment. She just did the basics. So you could do the same thing. And remember, you're going to have this property for at least a year if you sign a lease, right? So you can always go back in between your guests and add more things to the property, right? So if you're in between guests and you feel like, oh, I want to put some artwork on the wall, do that at that point when you make more money to do so. Or you want to add in more kitchen appliances, or you want to add in something else that will make your guests feel more comfortable, do that at that time. But you could do it gradually. Again, do the basics. You want to try to keep your cost or your expenses as low as possible, right? So that you can charge a certain amount and make the most profit that you could possibly make. You don't want to overprice your property, right? So we want to make sure we're pricing it right. And by us buying things at a discount, that helps us with that process, okay? Now, I hope these tips helped you with your midterm rental or setting up your new midterm rental. And if you're thinking about getting into this business, hey, I hope that encouraged you. Now, if you want more information about getting into the midterm rental business, I do have an online self-study course. The link for that is down below. I also have some freebies that I post in the description below as well, some free resources. So feel free, pick those up. Those can help you. Usually I have maybe a shopping list down there or help you with your monthly equations, your monthly rate equations. So those types of things, those will be down there. Those are all free resources for you guys to utilize. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to my channel so that you can see future videos from me and my midterm rental journey. And also you can hear from my wonderful clients who have had some great success setting up their midterm rentals. So yeah, make sure you follow us. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.